Hello, welcome. Hi, it's Rose. I have a gift for you today. This is the Wild Rose Bohemian Grand Tour Passport, and it's a gift. I'll give you the password in the video to get it. This isn't complete here, so I'm just kind of giving you the brief overview of it. There's a place for a photo. You can use your photo if you like. I supply 2 photos here. You can use any vintage photo, your choice. It's got place for you to input your information, and then it's just got some blank pages with the entry and exit stamps, and just some places to write. And you could make it as realistic as you like, because there will be some more items that come this month. If you follow along in the post section of the YouTube community, I'm going to start to try and use that more often now, because I discovered that you can post images yourself and you can create your own posts in my community. So I'm going to really encourage you to share your work there. If you're not sharing it somewhere else, share there. And so I will be placing some other freebies throughout the month in there that go along with this that will help you to decorate it. But each one of the places that we've traveled will have an entry stamp and a visa stamp that you can collect and put these in your passport. So that should be a lot of fun. And then there's pockets here and stuff. There's another page of pockets I didn't print up. The freebie page for the different places that we've traveled will probably have a few other bits of surprises in there, maybe a ticket, some other things that you'll want to you can keep track of in here. So I do want to explain to you very quickly that you can print these one of 2 ways, and it comes with the background pages, so you can print them just like this, front and then a background page, and it doesn't go together exactly the same way. I have spent a lot of time to format these to be able to print them double-sided if you hand feed them. So you do pages 1 and 2 together, pages 3 and 4 together, and pages 5 and 6 together. I talk about this in the video, but the papers that I'm using in the video, I just want to be clear with you, those are actually the papers that are going to be given to the Bohemian membership. So those are membership items that I'm giving. It's very much a similar file, so it's just got some of the characters, and it's a different color. So with no further ado, let's get started, and let's make a passport. And that's what this video is here now, is for me to kind of show you how to put it together. So it's got enough pages that you'll be able to make a passport, a British passport for Lady Rose and a British passport for Lady Santon. And there's also one of the signature tartan pages that goes with the kit. So let's go ahead and get started. What you'll do, you'll notice that Lady Rose, her pages have a B after it, and Lady Santon has an A after it. And so what you'll do, I've printed up here the passport page, or the cover and the inside cover. They go on one page, and I printed that on cardstock. This is the premium presentation paper matte, the Epson, and right here. So you'll just print one of those per passport, and then let's see here. So for Lady Santon, what you'll do is this is page 1 for everyone. So this is page 1. So you'll print 2 page 1s. And if you're printing 2 passports, just one if you're printing one. And then on the opposite side, if you feel comfortable, it will work to do it double-sided. You'll print page 2 for each person, or just one, however you want to do it. And you're also welcome to create your own character. You don't have to follow along in the Scotland Journal and do the story with the exact characters. Definitely can easily replace the photograph because a lot of these pages are blank, and some of the travel passport kit, which will...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for an important announcement from the Department of Human Happiness. Please direct your attention to Wild Rose Bohemian's chief creative companion, Raphael.
Ha 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 ha, buongiorno, fellow chief creative companions. This is Raphael. Please remind your humans to just buy the ticket. As an Italian, Madonna mia, I promise, life is better when you take the lick. Chase the squirrel, lol. Wag your tail. Invade your favorite lab and nap whenever you want. Ah ha ha, so please do. Remind your humans. Tell them it's time to learn how to follow their heart too. Sometimes the most wonderful, unexpected things happen when you wander in wonder. Answer your call to the wild and discover your creative talents. Your world awaits. Join us on the Grand World Tour 2026. Each month we discover a new place and time.
This has been a public service announcement from the Department of Human Happiness. Thank you for your attention. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
We'll have things like the extra visas, the passport stamps, some tickets, other travel-related items in that kit. So this one here, the next page that you print is page 3. Page 3 looks like this. It's got the countries on it, the children, and then it's got a visa and a entry and exit stamp. So you'll print one of those for each person. And then on the opposite side, you'll print again. So Lady Santon, she is A, and Lady Rose is B. So just that's what I've done here. I'm going to just stop the video real quick, and I'm going to cut these out because this will go together really fast. Okay, so I've got these cut out, and what I just want to do is I'm going to place these in the order that they will go in the book. I'm just going to kind of trim up my pages, and I'll fold them in half. Things to have that would be helpful will be a little bit of bookbinding thread or some little stronger thread, needle, some ink to ink your edges to help them to look a little bit more authentic, some glue. I prefer the glue that doesn't have a lot of water in it. I prefer the art glitter glue. And I also, Fairly Arts glue is nice too when I'm putting things together, so I use that. You can also use the beacon glue. So I'll use the beacon glue on putting my covers together, but I will not use that for a good part of putting my journal together. Okay, so you're just going to fold them together like that, and then I'm going to place them in order so that and set them aside. So the first page here, it's the British passport, and then there is the character, and let's see. The next one has her information. Okay, and on the other side of it, it has like the countries that this is valid for. And then, let's see. The next one, they often had things like if she had children. So this one this will be blank here. And then the last one here, it just goes like that. And there's like extra pages in there for visas and stamps, and the back page is blank. It'll go into the passport like that. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other character. Thing you can do to make it look really nice, there's a couple places where there's just a little bit of a overlap, so you can cut away any of the white pieces that are still left after you've printed up your pages. I'm just going to glue now my covers together, but before I do that, let's see. Yep. Okay. This one I had to print twice. It wasn't kind of correct. Right here, the beacon, 3-in-1. I'm just going to cover it. Enough that it will keep the pages together, but not so much that it buckles. And it won't really buckle because of the content of the glue, but I'm gonna just use a little tool and spread it out. And oops. Place them together. Use my bone folder just to kind of press it in. Just trim off a little bit of excess. It's because I didn't do a great job of cutting. And now I'm just gonna distress my edges. Not necessary, but it's something that I enjoy. I have a little Tim Holtz round distressing tool, and I can't seem to find it, which is generally what happens to me when I get too many tools. I kind of forget, even in this small space, so I kind of limit that. But what I'm going to do right now is just use my scissors instead, and I'm just coming to the edge and kind of roughing up the edges a little bit, because when I apply the ink after that, it'll make some of those edges turn brown. Okay. And what I'm going to do is fold this now in half, now that it's dry together. I would like to round my edges a little bit too, but I don't want them to be perfect, because these are kind of older bits. So pay attention to your edges and get them the way that you want. And I'm just going to ink the edges here so that And let me just explain to you a little bit about how the membership is changing. So I've had a coffee membership for people for the last couple of years, and I am burnt out. That's the truth of it, of making so many freebies. I've been giving away at least 16, maybe 20 pages of freebies a week, and I'm just really tired. And not only that, the feedback that I'm actually getting, which I think is even more important, because if I thought that you guys were super happy with that and using them all, I probably would keep up on it. If I got the feedback that said, Rose, we need every single one. But my guess is, and this is the feedback I'm getting, is that people, because I've suggested that you just kind of pick and choose, I'm going to give you a little bit less of a choice. I'm going to give me a little more of a break. So your freebies on Thursdays will be a little bit smaller. They'll be definitely relevant to the subscription kit from that month. The subscription kits for through the end of the year are actually listed on my website right now on the coffee site, so you can see what's happening. I will be making some other kits that go along with that. That's not all that I'll release, but those are the things that'll be part of the subscription kit, and those will be released on the 20th of every month prior. And basically how it will go is, if you're a member at the most basic level, the Bohemian membership, it's $5 right now. You'll get every free member freebie that comes out on Thursday. It's a member appreciation freebie, and it'll be relevant to the kit. So your passport for that month will be basically all the freebies and then one listing. So it's a good deal because it's about the price of a listing. That may go up in the future. I'm not sure. It'll depend on what happens with how this is received here. So the next level, which is the tribe membership, that one will have the junk journal kit. And it also comes with all of the freebies for the members for that month. And that one is $8, and that one is just about the same price as what the journal kit would be if you purchased it on Etsy. I'm probably going to have to raise my prices on Etsy. Etsy takes about 40% of everything there, and it's super challenging, and I probably should be paying more for advertising on Etsy. I'm just getting buried by a lot of China AI people that don't even know that there's actually a construction part to creating with the kits, and it's okay. I'm just not getting any views on Etsy really, so I'm probably gonna have to raise the prices on Etsy, but I'm gonna leave them the same on coffee. I'm not gonna adjust coffee because what comes back to me is considerably different. So you'll always probably get a better price on coffee, even though it's a little bit more challenging to navigate, and I apologize about that. That's one of the limitations of coffee. So next level is the creatives, and that'll come with some of the extras. It'll probably be another kit, another listing, and this is less than what I've given before, but I'm being told that most of what I'm being given isn't being used anyway. So the next level then is the luminary, and the luminary, it's more expensive. It's $25 a month, but you get everything that would be included in the collection, and you get it before it's actually released anywhere else. So what you do is you'll get access to my folder on Dropbox, and everything that I drop into the folder there. Even there's a lot of times stuff that doesn't even get released as a kit. You just get everything that's in that folder, and you get it before I release it or make a preview to release it. I think it's a really awesome deal because often, like on the last Lady Santin, I think there's total right now of 15 listings, and there's 3 or 4 huge main kits that go in there, and it's a steal actually if you wanted the whole collection and to be able to kind of pick and choose what you make. That kit would keep you in journals all year. But so before I put this together, I also want to mention something else. I've been getting a lot of complaints about having a password on my freebies. So I'm going to offer something that is a little bit different. I'm always going to offer the password on the freebies. So I'm going to tell you what the password is now on this first freebie here. And that is the word passport, all in capitals, PASSPORT. If you do not want to have to worry about the passwords, and you're going to be donating or helping support me anyway, what I'm going to have is, it will just be called, it'll say the kit's name, and then it'll say Passport to Play. And what that'll do is that'll just have all of the freebies in there as they come, and you may, for that, get access to them just before the video comes out, so that you can be ready if you want. It'll be $3 or $4, I'm not sure. But I want you to consider that last month for the 1912 Abilene house, I had over 800 downloads for the freebies, and I'm disabled, and I'm on trying to live on disability and support myself. And what I'm wanting to say is, I know how important it is to want to be able to be inspired and play, and that is so important to me, and that's part of why I offer the freebies, because I'd like you to be able to play along no matter what. If you fall into that category, I'm going to ask you to contact me separately from putting information on there, and to remember that I'm probably someone that falls into that same category as you, but I'm willing to help you out with some of the cost of a membership. But you need to have a conversation with me and be kind. So the other part is that because I had so many downloads, I was like, oh my gosh, if I even had $1 from each one of those downloads, then I would have been able to buy the stuff I needed to create the kits for this month, and maybe even get something that would help my hands with cutting the pussycats out. Last month I paid my granddaughter to do it, because my hands hurt to do it. So I'm saying, if you like what's here, please, it's free. Enjoy. And each week there'll be some kind of freebie like this on my site. Okay, so I have finished this here. My battery died, so forgive me. I'm going to include also a little bit of a strip here that'll go over this edge. That'll be in the travel kit, or in the next freebie. I'm not sure. It could be in this freebie. I could add a few more, but there'll be along the way a little piece here that you'll be able to attach. I think it's not necessary, but it would be nice. So let me just show you about putting this together. This is very much like binding your first journal. If you haven't done it, if you're new to art journaling, I'm going to just go ahead and fold it like this so that the creases are all together. And this is really just a very easy way to, I'm going to go down through the center. You could use a pokey tool if you wanted to do that first. But this is so few pages that I'm not going to do that. And I'm going down one side. This is so small. I've started here. And then what I'm going to do is go down through the center here. This is what they call a pamphlet stitch. Go down through that side. And you come up right in the center here of your pages. And then I'm just guesstimating here. And I'm go back down through this side, up through the crease, pull it tight, and then I'm going back down in the same hole from the center here, and we'll just tie it together at this point. Oops. Okay, so I'm just going to tie this. Oh, you know what? I want to mention this because it will matter. Pay attention to your page numbers. I did mine. I'm going to probably undo mine really quick, but so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So 12, 13. So what I've done is I've reversed this page here. It should be flipped over like this. Okay. Just going to tie this together here. What I hope is maybe you'll just, even if you're not interested in the whole subscription thing, no big deal. Maybe you're interested in some of the freebies that come out every week. If so, go and follow me on Coffee, and that will give you the latest information and how to get those. Those will generally require a password, which will require watching the video to get that. But like I said, if you don't want to worry about the password. You can buy the passport for that month. It's not a subscription. It'll just be a listing, and the freebies will be loaded in there for you. I'm not going to be answering a lot more questions about freebies because this past month, a lot of my time has been spent doing that, and a lot of people haven't been very nice. And I'll be honest that it's challenging for me to stay positive. And I know that part of that is a lot of this is new to you guys. If you're new to the junk journaling world or the art journaling world and you haven't played with the technology and stuff, I really empathize. And I want to be here for you. But when you approach me, please approach me with kindness. That's just what I'd ask, because the freebies are a gift. They're not just something that is an entitlement. And so please be kind to me when you reach out to me. I work alone, and like I said, my bandwidth is small because of my disability. So I think this is going to be really fun. I like the way that things have shifted. If you do, please let me know. And I hope I don't let's see. I hope I don't forget anything important I want to tell you. Look forward to September, October, November, and December. Those previews are on my coffee site. In September, it's a Parisian carnival. It's actually a really cute, kind of gothic pink and black set that has some horror in it, but if you're not into horror, not all of the images are that way, so you could go either way. But it's based in Paris. It's super fun, and I won't be telling a story there, but I'll be doing some other things besides a story. Most generally, you will be getting a story. You'll definitely get the music that goes along with it, and so stay tuned for Scotland and Scotland music. I'm sure you will hear a little bit of a preview for that in the beginning and the end of this video. October is it is based in New Orleans, and it is kind of a scary tale, but it is a Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, and I'll be telling that with a little bit of a twist. And you could or could not make it pretty Halloween. There'll be enough elements that you could if you wanted to. November is Scotty, and it is it's based in the north, in like the Norwegian area, and she's a Norse character. You can take a look at that. It's really fun. And then there's a Christmas kit. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm just feel super honored if you're still here and you're still listening. Go and grab this freebie, and look forward to what's happening for the next week. Lady Santin is an entrepreneur, I should tell you that, and she is pretty incredible, pretty amazing. Her family has had considerable money and been just in the beginning of the manufacturing era of things, bringing things to artists like art supplies, pigments from Germany, cloth from India. She travels to get the items for her business to secure deals, and she's actually pretty an amazing character. But they're going to explore Scotland, and you do not have to follow along with the story. You could just completely enjoy the story if you like, or not. But there'll be lots about Scotland and the lore of Scotland and some of the fun parts of Scotland if you just want to make a Scotland journal. Okay, thanks so much. I'm Rose.